Well, we've hit the 10-day mark. We only have 10 days left of kindergarten. Silent cheer. I know it can be a little scary or maybe make you worry a little bit about the changes that are coming, going from kindergarten to first grade. It is a big step, but there's so many exciting things for you to look forward to. So I'm going to go over a couple of things that you might be doing in first grade. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is reading lots of stories. Now I talked to Miss Rosh and she told me a few things that you can expect to do in first grade. And she said this is the first one. You're going to read lots of stories. Next, you're going to learn how to add and subtract within 20. So keep practicing your adding and subtracting. And in first grade, you're going to learn how to add and subtract bigger numbers, okay? So keep practicing. Ooh, Miss Rosh also said that in first grade, you study the moon and space. I know there's a lot of you that are going to look forward to that. Ooh, I also know that you learn to measure in first grade. So here's a picture of a ruler because you're going to learn how to measure different objects. You learn and practice writing sentences with details. So we've already been practicing that in kindergarten. You're just going to do more of it, okay? So keep writing and add more details to your sentences. Ooh, Miss Rosh said, you study the life cycle of frogs and even raise them. That sounds so exciting. So we learned about the life cycle of a butterfly in kindergarten. You're going to learn about the life cycle of a frog. Next, you're going to learn how to count, read, and write to 120. Now, by the end of kindergarten, I wanted you to be able to count 0 to 100. First grade, you're going to count to 120. Also in kindergarten, you learned how to write your numbers up to 30. But in kindergarten, you're going to have, or first grade, you're going to have to learn how to write to 120. Okay, so just keep practicing your counting over summer. You're also going to learn how to tell time in first grade. So when you see a clock, an analog clock, you're going to learn how to tell time by looking at an analog clock, okay? And so much more. There's so many other exciting things you're going to learn in first grade. But besides all of this academic stuff you're going to learn, I want to talk to you or remind you about some important life skills you need to have in first grade and for the rest of your life. Let's get started with that lesson.
No, I think I should go first.
I want to go first.
No, me. I want to go.
No, me. I want to go first.
How about we practice taking turns?
Great idea, Ashton. In first grade, just like in kindergarten, it's important to take turns and to share. So over the summer, keep practicing taking turns while you're playing games or sharing toys. You can even practice taking turns talking. If you sit at the dinner table and you tell your family the story about your day, practice being a good listener and listen to them talk about their day. Take turns talking too. All right, let's see what our next life skill is.
Uh-oh, my shoe is untied. Ashton, may you please tie my shoe?
Oh, of course, Camden.
Thank you.
Way to be polite, guys. Being polite and having good manners is not just a skill that you use in kindergarten or first grade. It's a skill that you need to know and have your whole life. So as you saw, Camden had a problem and he nicely and politely asked his brother for help. And his brother kindly helped him. And then Camden even said, "Thank you." So always remember to say please and thank you or no thank you. Remember to use good manners and be polite. Next, let's learn about self-control.
You're eating all of the candy?
Sorry.
Ugh. I just need to calm down.
Great idea, Ashton.
Maybe next time I don't need to eat all of the candy.
Great idea, Camden. Having self-control is a great idea. Sometimes it's really hard when you get upset to calm yourself down, just like Ashton when he discovered his brother had eaten all the candy. But if you get upset, remember, take a minute, breathe in and out, and even count in your head to 10. 1, 2, 3. That'll help you calm down. Also, like Camden learned, maybe he shouldn't have taken all of the chocolate. Maybe he should have saved some for his brother and shown that he had self-control and was able to even share. All right, time to learn another life skill.
Hey Dad, can you help me with my homework?
Sorry, bud. I can in a few minutes, okay?
Okay. I know. I'll read a book while I patiently wait.
Great idea, Camden. There's a reason that people say patience is a virtue. Learning to be patient is very, very challenging, and it takes some time to practice and develop that skill. So you can practice being patient. If your parents tell you to hold on or to wait a minute, or maybe your teacher says that, it just means you have to tell yourself that I have to be patient and wait. And while you're waiting, you can do other things. Like Camden showed, he was reading a book while he was waiting for help with homework. So remember, while you wait patiently, maybe you can find something else to do. Let's move on to our next skill.
I want to pet her.
I want to pet her.
I was here first.
No, I was.
I don't like it when you push me, okay?
Okay.
Great job, guys. Now, sometimes brothers fight, push, brothers and sisters might do it, or even friends. But something important for you to know is how to be assertive. We've talked about that word a little bit before, but what that means is when someone's doing something to you that you don't like, or they're touching you and you want them to stop, you have to look them in the eye and you have to tell them, I don't like that, or please stop. And the reason I want to sound a little firm in my voice is because I want the other person to know that it's not okay that they're touching me or that they're pushing me. So you have to have a strong voice and a strong face and say, please stop. I don't like that. Okay? And remember, in first grade, if someone's doing that to you or pushing you and you don't like it and you tell them, please stop, but they keep doing it, what can you do? Tell a grown-up. Ask for some help, okay? Now on to our last skill.
I love hot sauce. Whew! I think I put a little too much on. Whew! I made a mistake. I think I used too much hot sauce, but now I know for next time not to use as much.
Great idea, Camden. Wow, I think Camden made a small mistake by putting too much hot sauce on his eggs. But he made a mistake and he learned from it. And next time, he won't put so much hot sauce on his egg. So we call this being resilient. You make a mistake, you learn from it. That way you try not to make the same mistake again. You're resilient. You can be determined not to let it happen again. And everybody makes mistakes, kids, adults. And when we make a mistake, we think about it, we try to learn from it, and then we try not to make the same mistake again. I hope you learned a lot about new skills for first grade today. But before we go, let's check in with Trixie for Trixie's Treasure of the Day. All right, now it's time for Trixie's Treasure of the Day.
Trixie's Treasure of the Day!
Now it's time to see what piece of advice Trixie has for us today. What great idea do you have, Trixie? Remember, practice and prepare. I am so proud of you.
I'm so proud of you.
This is a great piece of advice from Trixie. It surely is a treasure. Practice and prepare. You've learned so much in kindergarten and you're getting ready for first grade. So keep practicing the skills you've already learned and start preparing for the new skills that you're going to learn in first grade. Keep working hard. 10 days to go. See you tomorrow.